5 years passed before we saw them again. It was early morning when a traveler arrived, dusty from the road. He went straight to the chief's hut, whispering something urgent. Within the hour, the village was awake, murmuring, guessing. And then we saw them. Shaka, Muli, and Jero were back, but they were not the same boys who had left. Muli's left eye was swollen shut, a deep scar running down his cheek. Shaka's hands were rough, his clothes torn. Jero was the worst, thin as a stick, his ribs showing through his skin. They had come home, but they did not look like men who had conquered the world. They looked like men who had been broken by it. When they were banished, they had walked for days, begging for food in the villages they passed. No one wanted thieves. No one trusted them. In the town, they found work unloading sacks at the market. The pay was little, but it kept them alive. Still, they did not change. They gambled, fought, and stole when they could. One night, they stole from the wrong man, a gang leader. They took from him like they had taken from our village, laughing, thinking nothing would happen. But the town was not like our home. The next morning, Muli was caught first. They beat him, leaving scars that would never fade. Shaka ran, but he was hunted like an animal. Jero was thrown into a dark, filthy cell for weeks without food. By the time they escaped, they had nothing left. And so, they returned. The chief stood before them, watching. The village was silent. No one knew what to say. "We are sorry," Muli said finally, his voice barely above a whisper. But sorry was not enough. The chief looked at their parents. "You begged for them before," he said. "Now, they beg for themselves. What do you say?" Shaka's mother wept. Jero's father clenched his fists. Muli's grandmother, old and wise, spoke. "A child not taught by his mother," she said, "will be taught by the world." The chief nodded. "You may stay," he said, "but you will start again, like everyone else." That night, as the village settled, I sat outside my hut, watching them. Shaka sat alone, staring at his hands. Muli ran his fingers over his scars. Jero lay on the ground, too weak to move. They had come back, but the world had already changed them. Did you grab the lessons? 1. If a child is not corrected early, life will correct them in cruel ways. 2. The world does not forgive like a mother does. Its lessons are harsh. 3. The consequences of bad choices follow you wherever you go. 4. Not everyone gets a second chance. 5. The village rejected them kindly, but the world rejected them without mercy.